morning, class.
Good morning.
How are you all today?
Pretty good. Tired, actually. Very
Okay, anyways. Today we're going to learn about addition today. We're going to start with 1 plus 1. So now, anybody, just, raise your hand and tell me, what is 1 plus 1? 2. Yes, that's correct, right? And the answer is 2. But I'm going to need you to raise your hand next time, okay? Alright. Yes, that's correct. You add 1 plus 1, you get 2. So now, we're going to ask, what is 1 plus 4? Right. Yes, Brian, that is correct. Right. Again, you did not raise your hand. You need to do that for me, bud. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Alright, so now that we got those basics of 1 plus 1 and 1 plus 4, now we're going to go into a lot more complex stuff. So here we go.
Have you ever seen the movie Finding Nemo? I love that movie. But there's like what's in the hotel, and I feel like focus on it. You know, the way something with a ship. You know, back when you go, it sounds just like that. It sounds just like
Terry,
yeah.
is there something that you'd like to share with the class?
No, thank you.
Can you try and pay attention a little more?
Yeah, okay, I got this. 1 plus 1, 2.
So anyways, blah, 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 blah,
He said just.
blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
do not like this
excuse me, Julia, Harry, are you guys, is there something you'd like to share with the class? So then, why don't you tell me what is so funny?
I mean, we just quit lecturing us. We notice other people aren't paying attention either.
Luke, Luke, can you wake up, bud? I'm trying to teach about 1 plus 1. Okay. Okay, can you stay awake from me, bud? Are you tired today? I understand. But stay awake with me, bud. And ladies, pay attention. We're almost there. We're about to get into fun activity. Let's all just stay awake, okay? Brian, you're doing great. Okay, so as I was saying, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. I have an idea. Jillian, why don't you switch places with Luke? That's right. Yeah, Luke. Come on, bud. Switch places with Jillian, okay?
I can switch places with him.
Yes. You have to sit next to Brian.
I don't want to sit next to him.
Well, you have to, okay? Because I'm the teacher.
He's always been gross.
Well, I don't care what you think about him. You have to.
I really.
Come on, Luke. Do some stretches, Let's all wake up. Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
I do.
Now, Terry, that doesn't mean that you can talk to Luke, okay? Alright. And Luke, I need you to stay awake, okay? I understand that, you were up all night watching the Idol finale, but, I need you to stay awake for me, alright? Julian, please apologize to Brian. I know that you don't like him, but this man has to call you for doors.
I'm sorry. I don't think they're gross. I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. Aren't we all better now?
We're ready.
Great.
We're ready.
Because now we're going to go into 2 plus 2. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
All right, that's all for today, class. Be sure to read Chapter 4 for homework. There will be a quiz on it tomorrow. Brian, would you mind sticking around and having a word with me for a minute?
Sure, what is it?
Well, Brian, I've noticed that you haven't really been turning in your assignments on time, and you haven't really been kissing in class. And I was just wondering, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, no, everything is fine.
Well, you've always been a good student in my class, Brian, and you've always been at the top of the class until this semester, and right now you're actually failing. And I just want to do anything I can to help you bring your grade up.
Oh, well, no, I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, well, I know whatever you're going through is tough, and I just don't want it to affect your grade any more than it has.
Well, I bring my grade up. It's fine.
Well, Ryan, I'm just worried about you, I know you're much better in my class than your grade reflects, and I just want you to feel comfortable with me and know that I'm here to listen to your problem and willing to work with you and try to figure out a solution to it.
Well, it's just that I've been getting bullied. This kid, well, he calls me a nerd because, like, I have a better grade than he does, and I studied hard. Doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, well, would you mind telling me who this person is?
Sorry, I don't know.
Well, why won't you tell me, Brian?
Alright. Oh, this person, like, told me that he would, like, find me and beat me up if I were, like, online.
Okay, well, I understand why you would be hesitant to tell me it, but I need you to know that I can put a stop to this if you just let me know who the person is. And I'll promise to leave your name out of it. You won't ever know that you told me.
Alright. Well, Michael has been the one who like me.
Michael? Okay, well that's quite a shock.
Like he makes me vote on me because like I have a better grade and he doesn't. And well, everything is just like I do it better than him. So he just like try to make fun of me every time I'm in class, and so I stop like turning in Los Angeles and practice training class because like he would not like he would not try to make fun of me, but it didn't happen.
Okay.
So I mean it doesn't work.
Okay. Well, how long has this been going on?
For a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Okay, well, I appreciate the fact that you had the courage to talk to me about this, Brian. And I will have a talk with Michael right away to put a stop to this.
Champion Williams.
And I just want you to know, Brian, that you should not let people make fun of you for having such good grades in school. Having good grades will only affect you in a good way when applying for college.
Well, I know Mr. Williams, but like, it would really upset me, like, if he
Okay, well, I understand, Brian, but you should know that kids are making fun of you like that are just making fun of you because they probably don't have as good grades themselves and they're jealous that you have such good grades.
Okay, I'll try to get my grade up, and I'll promise that I will work hard.
I'm glad you didn't say that, Brian. I will talk with Michael right away and make sure that that he understands that his behavior he's exhibited is completely unacceptable, and maybe he'll start bringing his grade up once he spends the next week in detention.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time to talk to me about this, Brian, and I would have hated you to fall behind so far you couldn't catch up.
No problem, Mr. Williams. Well, I'm glad to get this off my chest and, well, talk to somebody about this.
Right, yes. Well, you don't have to worry about Michael anymore. I'll personally make sure he never makes fun of you again.
Thanks so much, Mr. Williams.
You're welcome, Brian. And Brian?
Yeah.
Don't forget to reach out to Ford.
All right.
Good morning. I'm glad you can make it. Good morning. Me too. So, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. Did you have an okay trip to the school this morning?
Yeah, it was good. Nice and short.
So traffic wasn't too bad?
No, not at all.
That is fabulous to hear. I'm just so glad that you could come into school today to converse with me about your son, Ryan.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all.
Well, is Ryan involved in any sports or extracurricular activities?
Oh yeah, Ryan plays on his travel soccer team that he just loves, and he's a part of the Boy Scouts and stuff.
That is so excellent to hear. I was unaware that he was so involved outside of the classroom like he is inside of the classroom. I know that when students are involved and active, that their parents are also involved and active in their lives. I appreciate all the effort that you and your husband must take to make sure Ryan succeeds.
Well, thank you so much. My husband and I stay very busy with all of Ryan's activities.
Now, I requested this conference today just so that we could discuss a problem that Ryan is having in my class. He's being very disruptive in class and overly energetic.
Oh, well, I guess I just wasn't aware he was having a problem. I know he was having trouble in Mrs. Frizzle and Mr. Feeney's classes, but I just thought that was because they were more strict.
I do know a lot of my students do have some difficulty in both Mrs. Frizzle's and Mr. Feeney's classes because they are a little bit stricter and they have some difficulties working with hyper students. However, I have some ideas that I believe you could use to help Ryan in my class.
Oh, what kind of ideas?
Well, oftentimes when students are as overactive as Ryan is, we suggest that they speak with a counselor just to see what's best for them. Also, I know that if you create more structure at home, it is likely to help Ryan have more structure here in the classroom with the schoolwork.
Okay, well, we can look into having him talk to a counselor, and I guess we'll try to create more structure at home if you really think it'll help.
I think it will help. I think that would be a great idea for Ryan. I believe that this meeting went very well, and I would like to thank you for coming to meet with me. Have a great Easter weekend.
Anytime. You have a good weekend, too.
Good morning. I'm so glad that you could make it.
Good morning. I'm glad, too.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really, really well. Did you have an okay trip to the school this morning?
Yeah, it went really well. It was short.
So the traffic wasn't too bad?
No, not bad at all.
Well, that is just great to hear. I'm so glad that you could come to school today to conference with me about your son, Ryan.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Well, is Ryan involved in sports or extracurricular activities?
Oh, yeah, he's on his soccer team, and then he's also part of Boy Scouts, so.
Wow, that's so excellent to hear. I was unaware that he was so involved outside of the classroom like he is inside of my classroom. I know that when children are involved and active, that their parents are also super involved and super active. So I appreciate all the effort that you and your spouse must put forward to help Ryan succeed.
Oh, yeah, me and my husband stay very busy with Ryan's schedule, so.
I'm sure that you do. Ryan is an excellent student and an absolute pleasure for me to have in my classroom every single day. I requested this conference today, though, so we could discuss just a slight problem that Ryan's been having within my class.
Oh, I was unaware that Ryan was having problems in the classroom.
Yeah, it's just a small problem, but lately he's just been having a lot of trouble paying attention in the class. He's just super energetic. He's a hyper student, and I believe it's taking a little bit of a toll on his schoolwork.
Well, I know he's gotten into trouble in Mrs. Frizzle and Mr. Feeney's classes before, but I just thought it's because they were a little bit stricter.
Well, I can't speak personally for Mrs. Frizzle or Mr. Feeney, but I know that in my class, Ryan is a great student that is just having some trouble focusing. I was wondering if we could work together to help Ryan be able to buckle down and focus on his schoolwork inside and outside of my classroom.
I would love that. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah. Oftentimes, when I have students that are as energetic and hyper as Ryan, they just meet with a counselor once or twice to see what plans would work best for them. Sometimes we recommend testing, but usually the first step in helping students like Ryan focus is simply creating more structure both in the home and in the classroom. Does that sound like something we could work on?
I think that sounds like a great plan. We can definitely try to make more structure at home with his schoolwork and such, and his schedules also.
Alright, I have the number of the school counselor if you would like to personally call him, or we could set up a group meeting together if that was something you would like. I think that by meeting with the school counselor and us establishing a structured schedule at home and school, we will really be able to help Ryan. Like I said, Ryan's a great student, and I believe that we'll be able to help him with his schoolwork. This will help him with his schoolwork, especially in the long run. I absolutely adore the energy and excitement that he brings to my class every day.
I'm so glad we had this meeting today. I can tell you're really concerned for Ryan's education, so.
Yeah, I truly do care for Ryan and all my students. Please feel free to contact me at any time if you have any more questions about this or any other problems. Thank you for coming to meet with me today, and I hope that you enjoy this long weekend we're having.
Oh, well, you too. Thank you so much.